In the recent case of the Medina building coming down, this has become almost likely the news almost every now and then with buildings collapsing and failing. What is the fundamental reason for these failures?
I just think that your intro, at least sums it all. I mean, the primary causes of building collapse could be due to foundation failures, it could be due to poor structural design, it could be due to poor supervision and, construction as well, poor use of construction materials. And then natural disasters can also cause a building to fail. Earthquake, flooding, hurricane, all those things, they are all components that are possible zones to cause a building to fail. In all this, if such buildings are properly designed, at least we can save lives.
Okay. You've mentioned quite a number of reasons that caused the failure, the collapse of building. You mentioned natural disaster. At least with the data I have here, most of the buildings that failed are calling the Melcom failure, and quite a number of them, even the two-story building in Denyame, it wasn't attributed to natural, disaster. It's just typical technical failure. And I would want us to give detailed reasons why we are seeing this. What is the fundamental reason and what can be done from where you sit as a technical person, a registered engineer?
I mentioned the natural disaster because as engineers, we know that Ghana is somehow within we have earthquake-prone zones within the country. So should we go into building design, the structural engineers, they take all these things into consideration. So granted, let's put it aside. Now, with recent times, we can have a building to fail due to bad designs and not having people with the necessary skills and professional input to supervise such a structure. And if care is not taken and you are not doing the right thing, it will cost you at the end of the day. You understand? So you don't just stand up and dig the ground and say you are putting up a building. There's a science backing it. There's engineering backing it, which has to be taken care of. So if you don't, or you haven't taken care of all these things, you have problems. And these are typical examples of issues that we observed in the last, the past 2 weeks or so. So poor construction practices, it's one of also the factors, you can just land you to get your building to fail.
Okay.